have written for thee, that thou shouldest celebrate in it its season, one day in the year. And I explained to thee its sacrifices, that the children of Israel should remember, and shall celebrate it throughout their generations in this month, one day in every year, and on the new moon of the first month, and on the new moon of the fourth month, and on the new moon of the seventh month, on the new moon of the 10th month, all the days of remembrance, and the days of the seasons in the fourth divisions of the year. These are written and ordained as a testimony forever. And Noah ordained them for himself as feasts for the generations forever, so that they have become thereby a memorial unto him. And on the new moon of the first month he was bidden to make for himself an ark. And on that day the earth became dry, and he opened the ark, and saw the earth. And on the new moon of the fourth month the mouths of the depths of the abyss beneath were closed. And on the new moon of the seventh month all the mouths of the abysses of the earth were opened, and the waters began to descend into them. And on the new moon of the 10th month, tops of the mountains were seen, and Noah was glad. And on this account he ordained them, and they placed them on the heavenly tables. Each had 13 weeks, from one to another passed. Their memorial for the first to the second, and from the second to the third, and from the third to the fourth. And all the days of the commandment will be 250 weeks of days, 52 weeks of days. And these will make the entire year complete. Now you understood God's year, his calendar. This is engraven and ordained on the heavenly tables. Not man's tables, God's tables. God's still looking at his calendar, still operating on it. And his calendar was double prophetic, both in the natural, but it also symbolized what's taking place on the world scale of prophecy, world prophetic scale. That calendar is on a world prophetic scale as well. Double fulfillment. Christ was born on the Feast of Trumpets. Christ is going to return on the Feast of Trumpets. Christ was crucified on Passover, atonement, slash atonement, Feast of Atonement, when he died. All that was important. God's dealing with his spirit, and when Christ to return, it'll be on the Feast of the Trumpet. God's calendar. The Feast of Unleavened Bread, when he was down in the earth for 3 days. The Feast of Pentecost, 50 days after Christ had resurrected, was the Holy Spirit poured out. They were in the upper room. That was 50 days, the Feast of the Dumber of Harvest. It was during the harvest season. That was on this calendar right here God's talking about. God's calendar. Like I said, which began in September and ended in August. God's calendar. You had the civil New Year, and you had the religious New Year in the Jewish calendar. Both were very important. The feast days, the Feast of Tabernacles, Feast of Booths, all those feasts. I taught on that. Get my teaching on the feast days. I taught on the tabernacle. Well, a lot of that stuff simple. I didn't teach on everything, but enough for you to get it. And I didn't want to choke you, overfeed you too fast, too soon, or you choke. But I spoon fed you. Basic understanding what the tabernacle and some of the things symbolize. And they placed them on heavenly tables. Each had 13 weeks from one another, and from the third to the fourth. And on the days of the commandment will be 250 weeks of days, and these will make the entire year complete. Thus it is engraven and ordained on the heavenly tables. And there is no neglecting this commandment for a single year, or from year to year. And commandment thou and the children of Israel that they, and command thou the children of Israel that they should observe the years according to the reckoning of 364 days. And these I will continue to complete year, and they will not disturb its time from its days and from its feasts. For everything will fall out in them according to their testimony. And they will not leave out any day, nor disturbance any feast. But if they neglect and do not observe them according to his commandments, then they will disturb all their seasons, and years will be dislodged from this order. And they will disturb the seasons, and the years will be dislodged. And they will neglect their ordinances, which they did do. They didn't keep the Sabbaths. That's why God took them into bondage. He said, okay. Took them in there 70 years. Each year, that they didn't keep a Sabbath, but they were supposed to keep Sabbath on the 6th year, the 7th year. But it was to let the land rest. They didn't do it. They kept on planting and gathering crops. So God led them into bondage 70 years. Each year that they didn't keep the Sabbath, the yearly Sabbath. For I know from henceforth shall I declare unto thee, and their own devising, for the book lieth written before me on all the heavenly tables. That which is written on earth, and that which is written in heaven is written on earth. Heavenly tables, the divisions of days it ordained, lest they forget the Gentiles after their error and after their ignorance. For there will be those who will assuredly make observation of moon now, disturb the seasons, and cometh in from year to year 10 days too soon. For this reason the years will become upon them when they will disturb the order, and make it an abominable day, the day of testimony. They're going to turn to, and they're going to infiltrate my holy days with pagan days. That's what Christmas is about. It's a pagan holiday. Master was a barley cake baked to the Queen of Heaven, the host. It's a pagan holiday. Christmas. And the Roman Catholic Church brought us that in 400 AD with Constantine. Actually, Christmas was official in 433 AD. And the Pope Sixtus the Third. 666 is what his number translates into. Sixtus the Third. The Feast of Saturnalia, excuse me. That's Halloween. The Feast of Saturnalia, Tammuz. It's all the same. Demon, worshiping demons, and Satan. All the same crew. Yeah, I don't really, you can mix and mash, but it goes back to Nimrod worship. It's Semiramis worship, Tammuz worship. The Satanic Trinity. Give them a teaching on that. The ancient occult. Synagogue of Satan, the ancient occult. So God's going to get pissed at them, and he led them into bondage because of it too. Because they tried to mix the two. You can't mix God's holy days or mix Christ or anything else with paganism. That's what they tried to do. To appeal to the world, to show that they're fitting in. But I would say we're not of this world. And that includes the pagan helly days of this world. If you're a true Christian, if you're going to be a Christian, be one. And make feast days, that they will confound all the days, the holy with the unclean, and the unclean with the holy. For they will go wrong into the months and Sabbaths and feasts and jubilees. For this reason I command and testify to thee, that thou mayest testify to them. For after death thy children will disturb them, so that they will not make the year 364 days only. And for this reason they will go wrong as to the new moons and the seasons. Now God said they will not make the year 364 days. It's God talking. And for For this reason they will go wrong. As to the new moons and the seasons and the Sabbaths and the festivals. And they will eat all kinds of blood with all kinds of flesh. God said they ain't going to cook their food well done. All right. I think that's enough reading. We'll pick up about Noah. Let's see. Yeah, we'll pick up about Noah and his sacrifice. We'll end it there. All right. So that's part 5. If I'm the one that taught you, go to streetpriestministry.org, hit the donate button. Tithes, first fruit, alabaster box belong to the Lord. Show your jubilee, your happiness, in giving God's way. Good day, good evening, good night to you around the world. May you grow in faith in Jesus' name.